Reptiles. Sea turtles. Sea turtles play a productive role of maintaining productive coral reef ecosystems to transporting essential nutrients from the oceans to beaches and coastal dunes. There are many species of turtles and a large population of them are eastern Pacific green turtle or Colonia midisagassii. These turtles are herbivores. The jaw is serrated to help the turtle easily chew. Their primary food source is sea grasses and algae. Juvenile green sea turtles are omnivores. They eat a wide variety of plant and animal life, including insects, crustaceans, sea grasses and worms. Green sea turtles have ocean water habitat and nesting habitats. Once a green sea turtle hatches and heads into ocean waters, it rarely returns to land. Instead, it feeds on offshore plant blooms around islands and beaches. The breeding season occurs in late spring and early summer. The males arrive in offshore waters first and wait for the females to come to the beaches. Adult males can breed every year, but females only breed every 3-4 years or so. A few weeks after mating, a female green sea turtle arrives on the beach and digs a hole in the ground for her eggs. Inside the hole, she lays over 75-200 eggs and then covers the hole with sand. At this point, her role is complete and she leaves her eggs to fend for themselves. A female green sea turtle can lay several clutches of eggs before she leaves the nesting grounds. Amphibians. Eastern newt. A carnivorous species, the eastern newt preys on a variety of species, including worms, snails and beetle larvae. Interestingly, the eastern newt carries out a rather spectacular warning display known as the Uncan reflex, which involves the amphibian closing its eyes and retracting them inwards before bowing its head and tail upwards so that they almost meet. In this posture, the brightly colored belly is exposed, which warns potential predators of its toxicity. Turtles, snakes and large frogs tend to be the main predators of adult eastern newts, while raccoons and certain hawk species are known to avoid them. Reproduction in the eastern newt is aquatic. The timing of breeding in this species varies with location, usually occurring during the winter and spring. The male eastern newt approaches a female and performs a short display which involves undulating his body and tail. If the female is receptive, it will nudge the male's tail with its snout. This encourages the male to deposit a spermatophore, which the female then picks up with her vent. If the female is unresponsive, the male may grab her inner plexus and fan its tail to waft secretions through the water toward the female. This may last several hours before the male dismounts and deposits a spermatophore for the female to pick up. Mammals. Elephant. The African elephant's role is to pull down trees and break up thorny bushes. As a result, they create grasslands and salt licks in order to make other animals' lives easier to survive in their environment. Their final role is that they create waterholes by digging in dry riverbeds. Elephants consume several hundred pounds of vegetation daily. 16 to 18 hours, or nearly 80% of an elephant's day is spent feeding. Elephants consume grasses, small plants, bushes, fruit, twigs, tree bark, and roots. Elephants' mating season is mostly during the rainy season and the pregnancy lasts about 2 months. They usually have one calf but twins are rare. Calves weigh between 200-250 pounds at birth. At birth, a calf's trunk has no muscle tone, therefore it will suckle through its mouth. It takes several months for a calf to gain full control of its trunk. Fish. Shrimp. Being an extremely versatile species, shrimp are able to thrive beneath the surface of any body of water as long as there is ample food. They can survive in both freshwater and saltwater conditions. These invertebrates tend to congregate in the largest numbers near coastal regions and in estuaries where the food supply is plentiful. Shrimp acquire their food either by sifting through the sand of the ocean floor or filtering the surrounding waters to ingest small particles of various plant or animal species. Because they will eat both types of proteins, they are considered to be omnivorous. A single female shrimp is capable of producing a large number of offspring. One shrimp can lay up to 1 million eggs in a single session. The eggs take only 2 weeks to hatch. Once born, the baby shrimp merge with the plankton in the environment in order to protect and feed themselves until they are large enough to hunt in groups for larger particles for nourishment. The large number of offspring is vital in allowing the species to flourish due to their short lifespan. The average shrimp will only live for 1 to 2 years. Sea turtles are reptiles that live underwater and land, but shrimp are fresh and saltwater fish that live in water. They both share the ability to stay in water. They also eat plant and animal life, and keep the ocean much cleaner for other animals. Unlike the shrimp and sea turtles, the newt and elephant vary in size and ability. Elephants take down and build up the land while surviving off the vegetables of the land. They live in more of a desert-like habitat where eastern newts live in green grass and feed off of snails and other algae.